तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। गतकक्षायाम् अस्माभिः अयं विषयः दृष्टः यत्र वर्णानाम् उच्चारणवेलायां स्वरस्थितिः कीदृशी भवेत्। प्रातःकालः यदि अस्ति तदा स्वरः मन्दः भवेत्, मन्द्रः भवेत् इत्यर्थः। यदा मध्याह्ने किंचित वेद उच्चारणं कुर्मः, मंत्रोच्चारणं कुर्मः अथवा वदामः वर्णानाम् उच्चारणं कुर्मश्चेत् मध्याह्ने तत्र मध्यमस्वरेण उच्चारणं भवेत्। तथा च सायंकाले अपराह्ने वर्णोच्चारणं कथं भवेत्? तारस्वरेण भवेत्, तार्तीयं भवेत् इति। तत् प्रत्येकं कथं वक्तव्यम् इति कृत्वा तैः उदाहरणानि प्रदत्तानि आसन्। शार्दूल इति भवति, तस्य हुङ्कारः प्रातः यथा निस्सरति, मुखात् निस्सरति हुङ्कारः, तद्वत् प्रातःकाले तदनुगुणं तत्र किं भवेत्? मन्त्रोच्चारणं भवेत्। मध्याह्ने मध्यमस्वरेण भवेत्। तस्य कृते उदाहरणं किम् इति चेत् उच्यते चक्रवाक् अयं कश्चन पक्षिविशेषः। तस्य यथा सः यथा मंद मध्यम ध्वनिना यथा वदति तद्वदेव मध्यम स्वरेण तत्र किं भवेत्? वर्णानाम् अथवा मंत्राणाम् उच्चारणं भवेत्। सायंकाले कीदृशी स्थितिः इति चेत् यथा मयूरः भवति, हंसो वा भवति, कोकिलो वा भवति, तेषां ध्वनिविशेषः यथा भवति, नाम ते यथा तारस्वरेण गायन्ति तद्वत् सायंकाल समये तेषां स्वरवत् तार्कीय स्वरेण मंत्राणां गायनं, मंत्राणाम् उच्चारणं भवेत् इति तैः उक्तमासीत्। अधुना अग्रे अग्रिमं विषयं प्रति गच्छामि। स्लाइड।
Avinash ji, I have a question.
Hmm.
I don't follow any of these rules, right? Chanting in this, low, in a mandra swaram in the morning and, madhyane. What is that other swaram?
Mandra madhyama and
madhyama.
tar. यदा वयं चैंट कुर्मः भवति तत्र नाम सूक्ष्मम् अवलोकयतु। यदा प्रातःकाले अस्माकं ध्वनिः भवति तथा सायंकालीनः यः ध्वनिः भवति तत्र महान् भेदः भवति। तत्र नाम यत्र सूक्ष्मावलोकनं क्रियते चेत् प्रातःकाले वयं बहु मन्दं मन्दं वदामः, किन्तु तस्य यदा प्रातःकाले उत्तिष्ठन्ति तदा अस्माकं ध्वनिः एव बहिर्न आयाति, मन्दः भवति, बहु मन्दः भवति। तत्र नाम किंचित् कालानन्तरम् ओम् इत्यादिकं चाण्टिङ्ग् यदा कुर्वन्ति तदा एव तत्र तस्मिन् ध्वनौ स्पष्टता आयाति। जब हम प्रातः काल में whenever we get up na, that time we feel little bit uncomfortable while speaking. That time we have to use the mandra swar, a lower swar, lower pitch. Then in madhyana it gets little bit, when it is operated, well operated, in madhyana samay it gets, and in evening too, you can sing in pratah kale, you cannot sing in, higher pitch. Little bit practice we have to do, then we can. But evening, at evening time, if you say anything, you can sing in Taraswara. It happens naturally because it gets, well set while speaking, that happens automatically. Okay. Now we are going to look at Bahya Prayatna. Abhyantara Prayatna and Bahya Prayatna. What is the bhed of Yatna? Yatna means Prayatna. Varnanam Uchcharanat Prat Tena Sah Kim Bhavati Prayatnaha Vidhiyante. There are some Prayatnas. While pronouncing all kinds of letters, there would be some Prayatna happening inside us. Prayatnaihi eva tat tat sthaneshu Vayur vidhayate. So based on this prayatna, the Vayu will reach towards a different sthana. So we have different sthana, talu, murdha. So whatever prayatna you are going to use, through that prayatna, that dhvani is going to reach towards that particular sthana. And then varnanam uchcharanam bhavati. Tatra yatnah dvidha, that varna, that yatna is two kind of. What is the yatna we need to understand before pronouncing any letter, whatever prakriya is happening inside the body, that is called prayatna. Okay, and that prayatna is two kind of. One is abhyantara prayatna, another is bahya prayatna. What is the difference? Uchcharanat prak kritah prayatna abhyantara prayatna. Before pronouncing the letter, whatever prayatna is happening inside us, that is called abhyantara prayatna. And it is also known as antara yatnah or antara prayatnah iti va nigadyate. So abhyantara prayatna, antara prayatna or prayatna is the same. And what is bahya prayatna then? Bahya prayatna is explained that uchcharanena sah eva kritah prayatnah sah bahya prayatna. And that also known as anupradana. So now tatra visheshena vivechaniyatvat abhyantara prayatnan tavat vivronoti. Basically, mainly abhyantara prayatna is focused. So now to explain that, next shlokas are composed by Maharshi Panini. What are those? Let's chant.
I didn't follow what you said about like ucharana prak, whatever happens, the prakriya
It
in the body.
actually happens. We don't have to do anything. Why?
It happens automatically.
You do nothing. It happens naturally.
But what happens after the ucharana? So the next thing I didn't understand the explanation you gave.
Abhyantara prayatna and bahya prayatna means what? Before pronouncing the prayatna, any letter, some prakriya happens inside our body. In the sense, what happens? We had seen the shlokas. What while pronouncing the letters.
Yeah, I understand that.
That
then what happens afterwards? Bahya. What does bahya mean?
While pronouncing, there would be some,
we have learned in Sangya Prakaran, right? Very briefly.
Briefly we learned. Bahya Prayatna means now before pronouncing the letter K, what happens that Vayu comes towards our Uras, Kantha and Shiras. That coming process is called Abhyantara Prayatna. And when it actually touches some sthana, for example, K, while pronouncing K, that through Abhyantara Prayatna, it goes towards Kantha and it touches. That is called Bahya Prayatna. And when it touches, there will be sometimes that Galabila will be open, sometimes our Jiva will touch the Talu sthana, Murdha sthana. Through that, whatever is prakriya happening, that prakriya is called bahya prayatna.
Okay.
So regarding abhyantara prayatna, what happens inside, that is explained now. Inside the mouth, what will happen while pronouncing this kind of letter? So shloka is explained. Acho sprashtayana shalasmritaः शेषास्पृष्टाः हलः प्रोक्ताः निबोधानुप्रदानतः. अनुप्रदानतः शब्दः स्मर्तव्यः यत्नमाश्रित्य. Achah, achah, ach pratyahar, we have learnt pratyaharas in Sognya Prakaran. So there are 14 Maheshwara Sutras and प्रत्याहार निर्मिति सूत्रम अस्माभिः दृष्टं तत्रैव. अच् प्रत्याहारः नाम किम्? अ इ उ ऋ ए ओ ऐ औ. These letters, in the sense all the vowels, are called ach. So ach means all the vowels. सो अचः नाम स्वराः अस्पृष्टा भवन्ति. Okay, all the vowels, they are asprishta. This is a general opinion. Now, according to some other acharyas, there will be another opinion also, because while pronouncing our jivha or in,
विवृत प्रयत्न, right?
it is vivritta prayatna. Inside our mouth, what happens while pronouncing a or a, the sound directly comes to a kantha, and in some amount of the kantha part is sprishta. Basically, a very little. Actually, it is actually asprishta. It doesn't, does sparsha. Inside our mouth, no part is touched by that dhvani. Similarly, if you say E is called talavya. But while pronouncing that E, your jivva is not going to touch that particular talusthanam. E. Even though it is talavya. We have seen the sutras even in this Paniniya Shiksha as well as in Laghu Siddhanta that ichuyashaha talavyaha. Right? अकुह विसर्जनीयानां कंठः
ऋतुलसानां दन्ता ऋतुलसानां दन्ता
ऋतुलसानां दन्ताः ऋतुलसानां दन्ताः देन ऋतुरसानां मूर्धा वगैरह वगैरह, ये हमने सब देखा है. बट व्हाइल प्रोनाउंसिंग ई, योर जिह्वा डज नॉट टच द तालु पार्ट, बट इट गोज टुवर्ड्स तालु. That's why it is asprishta. It doesn't, it does not touch the talu part. It is asprishta e. Still, it is talavya-sthaniya. A, e, u. U. While pronouncing u, actually u is called upadbhaniyanam oshtau. While pronouncing pa, ha, ba, bha, ma, there will be, both lips will be touching each other. But while pronouncing U, there is no sparsha. That is U and U letters are asprishta. But still, they are oshtasthani. See. So this is how swaras are called.
Jihva mulya is a kantha, right?
Jihva mulya is kantha. तो जुवा मूल्य स्वर नहीं होते, ये अभी स्वर के बारे में बता रहे हैं फिलहाल. स्वर जितने हैं, स्वर में से सारे के सारे स्वर अस्पृष्ट कहलाते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू पाणिनि. बट इफ यू प्रोनाउंस रे लेटर, व्हाइल प्रोनाउंसिंग रे लेटर, देयर इज अ लिटिल स्पर्श. जुवा टचेस मूर्धा पार्ट. So whether Ru is swara or not, or Vri is a swara or not, there is a big debate regarding this topic. But let's say we are taught as the A, E, U, R, E, O, I, O. These are swaras. So let's take it swara only. Do not get confused with Ru and Vru. Okay. So all the swaras are asprishta. अस्पृष्ट नाम किम, तस्य अर्थः कः इति चेत् तेषाम् उच्चारणे स्पृष्टः प्रयत्नः न क्रियते. यथा प इति उच्चारणवेलायाम् अस्माकं ओष्ठयोः परस्परं स्पर्शः भवति. तद्वत् स्पर्शः उ इति उच्चारण वेलायां न भवति. स्पृष्टः प्रयत्नः तत्र न भवति इत्यर्थ. ये जो प्रक्रिया है ना स्पर्श न होने की, वही क्या है, प्रयत्न है. नाम परिशेषात् यदि अस्पृष्टाः इति उक्तं, स्पृष्टाः न भवन्ति इति उक्तं इति चेत् ते किं, परिशेषात् ते विवृत्त प्रयत्नजन्याः. मीन्स व्हाट, while that sound comes through our Galavila, it gets Vivritta, and because of that Vivritta, that sound goes directly towards some sthana, and that sound actually touches that particular sthanam. Okay, this is how विवृत्त प्रयत्नजन्याः एव सर्वेपि स्वराः इति कृत्वा अच् स्वराः विवृताः इत्यपि ज्ञातव्यम्। स्वराणां विवृत्तत्वं पुनः प्रतिपादितमत्र। जिह्वया न क्वचित् रोधः क्रियते। रोधः in the sense making some abstract, what is that word? Abstraction, na? Abstraction. Jivaya क्वचित् रोधः न क्रियते. Jiva doesn't, do abstraction while pronouncing this word. And navasprishyate, and even Jiva does not touch a particular sthanam. That is only called vivrittatvam. What is vivrittatvam swaranam? Swaranam vivrittatvam nama kim? While pronouncing swaras, if Jiva is not abstracting that dhvani, or that Jiva is not touching any place, that is only called vivrittatvam or asprishtatvam. Okay, Swaranam asprishtatvam eva vivrittatvam iti pratipaditam. What about yana? Ya, ra, la, va. This is called yana pratyahar, right? Yana pratyahar में ये 4 लेटर आते हो, यरा, लवा. देर प्रयत्नः कः इति चेत् ईषत् स्पृष्टाः. While pronouncing this yara, lava, our jihva touches that place very little. For example, ya. Compare with talu letter cha, cha, ja, ja, ya. While pronouncing cha, cha, ja, ja, ya, our jiva is directly touching that place. Ya also is in same group. Ichu yashaha, talu, talavyaha. They are talu letter. Ichu yashaha. I मतलब ईश्वर. Chu मतलब cha, cha, ja, ja, ya. And ya and sha, ya and sha, they all belong to talu group. Talavyaha they are. Those letters are talavya. But while pronouncing ya, while pronouncing e, and while pronouncing cha, cha, ja, ja, ya, there is a big difference. While pronouncing cha, cha, ja, ja, ya, our jiva touches that particular sthanam. While pronouncing ya, a little bit sparsha is happening. Ya. Little sparsha, very little. But while pronouncing ya, while pronouncing e, there is no sparsha. That's called e is asprishta. Ya, it's isha sprishta. And what? Cha, cha, ja, ja, ya, they will be sprishta later. Okay? जो ग्रुप में आने वाले लेटर्स है क ख ग घ ङ च छ च झ ञ ट ठ ड ढ न ट थ ड ध न प फ ब भ म, they all are called 25 letters are called sprishta letter. What about
All those,
in the sense? What
I
about
think all those ku, chu, tu, pu, right? All those ku, chu, tu, pu.
These are some 5 groups, right? So each group में 5 letters रहते हैं क ख ग घ ङ कु च छ ज झ ञ चु. So all these 25 letters are called स्पृष्ट. तो ये 25 के अलावा भी बहुत सारे लेटर्स है. कौन कौन से हैं? श श स य र ल व plus all kinds of vowels. What is the प्रयत्न of theirs? If 25 लेटर्स क से लेकर के म तक स्पृष्ट है, तो बाकी के क्या है उसके बारे में बोल रहे हैं कि अचः अस्पृष्टाः. अच मतलब स्वरों का उच्चारण करते समय देयर विल बी नो स्पर्श, नो स्पृष्ट. बट व्हाट अबाउट यना? दे से ईशत् स्पृष्ट. अ लिटिल स्पर्श विल बी देयर. दैट इज क्लियर. तेषाम उच्चारणे जिह्वा मनाक् इन द सेंस किंचित उच्चार स्थानम स्पृशति इति शेषतो ते अपि विवृताः भवन्ति. यर लव दे आर ईषत् स्पृष्ट. ईषत् मतलब किंचित स्पृष्ट. दैट मच you remember. Okay. And they are also similar to swara only because their parisheshat, sheshatah, that would be vivritaha. Okay. Very little time we were having. What about shal? शल में क्या क्या आता है? श, श, स, ह. Apart from playing plus yan in the sense yara lover, only 4 letters are remaining. What are those? Sh, sh, s, h. They are called नेम स्पृष्टा. नेम इसका अर्थ होता है अर्ध. नेम मतलब अर्ध. So basically sh, sh, s, h, they are अर्ध स्पृष्टा. See the difference, huh? सारे के सारे वर्गीय वर्ण नाम 25 letters, they are called sprushta. Okay. Then comes towards swara. Swaras are called asprushta. Third category. They are ishat sprushta, little bit. And now fourth category is sha, sha, sa, they are half sprushta. Sh, sh, sa, ha. Jiva doesn't directly touch, but it half, you have to observe it. That's it. Through experience, you will get what is the difference between sh, what is the difference between ya, what is the difference between e, and what is the difference between ch group. So एक ही ग्रुप लो, च छ इचु यशाणाम तालु, ये वाला सूत्र आप लो, उसमें से ई जो स्वर है वो अस्पृष्ट मिलेगा. चू चू जो ग्रुप है च छ ज झ ञ, वो मिलेगा स्पृष्ट. देन य जो लेटर है वो मिलेगा ईशत स्पृष्ट. और इचु य श, श जो लेटर है वो श लेटर मिलेगा आधा स्पृष्ट. ओके. So that is the given in this shloka. That differentiation is given in this shloka.
But in Laghu Siddhant, it's a different name, right? Ishat Vivrutta.
हाँ, Ishat Vivrutta, because Asprushta is nothing but Vivrutta. Okay.
Can you once more tell me what Vivruta is? Vivruta means?
So, opening of Galabila. Vivrutta, open. While pronouncing swara, our Galabila gets open. A, I, U, R, R. यहाँ जो ओपन हो रहा है ना, वो विवृत्त है जी. ओके. कहा थे हम? Then sheshaha, apart from ach, yan and shal, what are remaining? The vyanjanas are remaining. Sheshaha, halaha. Halaha means all kinds of vargiya vyanjan, 25 letters. They are called sprushta prayatna. Sprushta prayatna eva uchcharyante iti krutva te vivruta deshena apina. They are not vivruta at all. That is the way. That is they are explaining. Okay. Now this was clear. This was clear. Now let's move towards this part. Amonu nasika naro nadino hajashasmrita ishannadayano jascha shwasinastu khapadayah. Later you know what is the से लेकर के म तक ऐ उन अरे मृक ए ओंग ऐ औच है वरट लं यमंगनम. This are called all kinds of vowels, yana antasthaha and vargasya panchama varnaha. But you have to give up hakara and rakara from this pratyahar. So what is remaining? All kinds of swaras will bear. Ayvana rildik evang ayauch. Hayavarat. Hayavarat. From that Hayavarat Sutra, you have to let go that Hakara and Rakara. So what remains? So whatever is remaining is explained here. Yamaha Anunasika. All Yamas. Sorry, not Yama. All are Anunasika. Anunasika, we used to understand that each fifth letter of each group they are called anunasik, but it is not like that. They are anunasik only, but even swaras are anunasik. If you put bindi,
Chandrabindi.
of swaras as well as yara lava, yavala. I had explained that in Sandhi Prakaran. Yavala, they are called anunasika. You have to give up her, you have to give up ra and her, they don't have anunasika. Okay. Yavala, you can write yavala paro yavala ava. That time you will learn from Narayanji again, I think. Okay. Okay, where were we? Yes. Amaha. Amaha nama. A, I, U, R, L, E, O, I, O. Ya, Va, Lan, Yamanganam. This is called Pratyahar. Okay. From that Pratyahar, let me know right now. Ha, you have to give up. And Ra, you have to let go. Commonly, they are calling Pratyahara. It's Anunasika. But from next line, he makes clear that you have to let go ro. Ro in the sense hakara and rakara. Na anunasika iti. All are anunasika, but hakara and rakara is not anunasika. And this is called vidhi and apavada. सामान्य विधि अपवाद विधि. सब लोगों को ताक दे दो. सर्वेभ्यो तक्रम और दधिदीयताम. Let's say दधि. सर्वेभ्यो दधिदीयताम. I am making some statement. सब लोगों को क्या दे दो? दही दे दो खाने के लिए. And if I later I say देवदत्ताय तक्रम दीयताम. अभी सारे लोगों में देवदत्त भी आ ही जाता है, इंक्लूड ही है, लेकिन बाद में मैं ये बोल रहा हूं कि अरे देवदत्तों को तो ताक दो. So that is called apavada vidhi. Similarly, what he is doing, all are called anunasika, but he says naroho. Hakara and rakara is not anunasika. Means what is remaining now? A, U, Ru, E, O, I, O, and Yava, La, Yamanganana. These letters are called anunasika. That is only explained here. Ittete varnaha hakaram repam cha varjayitva anunasikaha bhavanti. This will be anunasika. Tatra ayam vivekah. Even subtle difference is given. What is that? Yamangananaha anunasika eva bhavanti. Fifth letter of each group is anunasika only. But all other a, I, U, E, O, I, O, Yava, La, these are remaining letters. They are शेषाः अनुनासिकाः किन्तु कदाचित् सानुनासिकाः अपि भवन्ति. If you don't put anunasik bindi on the top of swaras and yavala, they are called niranunasik. If you don't put, and if you put that chandra bindi on top of that, they are called anunasika. So it depends. Optionally, it happens. Whenever you want to make anunasik, you can make them sanunasik. If you don't want to put that anubindi or you don't want to make anunasika, then they are called niranunasika. But these are always yamangananaha, they are always anunasika. This is the point we need to note. Next, अथ श्वास नाद विभागेन बाह्य प्रयत्नः विभज्यते. Now next, up to this was abhyantar prayatna. Now they are going to discuss about bahya prayatna. What is the bahya prayatna? We had learned in Sojna Prakarana elaborately. That same
एकादश बाह्य प्रयत्न.
Here it is. खरो विवारा श्वासा अघोषाश्च from लघु सिद्धांत कौमुदी. हर्ष संवारा नादा घोषाश्च. All hard consonant, their bahya prayatna will be vivara, shwasa, aghosha. All soft consonants will be samvara, nada, ghosha. And again, alpa prana, mahaprana, they are discussing. Varnanam prathama, tritiya, panchamaha, yanascha, alpa pranaha. So, kachatatapa, gajaradaba, yamangananam, first, third, and fifth, and as well as yara lava, they are called alpa prana. And what are the mahaprana? Varganam dvitiya and chaturtha. Shashasaha, they are called mahaprana. So kha cha tha ta kha, dha 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 bha, sha sha sa ha. They are called Mahapranaha. That is only explained